Hey there, jewelry lovers. Welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly, where I curate vintage, fine art, and collectibles. And today I have a fabulous jewelry haul for you. I'm very excited to show you the pieces I have. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Everything that I show today will be available in my online shop at ShopStudioKimberly.com, and that'll be listed in the description box down below. Today, I just have such an amazing collection of necklaces. I have other few things, but the necklaces this time around are just so stunning. I find these at garage sales, estate sales, online auctions, thrift stores, wherever I can find great jewelry, that's what I do. So I'm really excited about this collection today. Let's get started. First up is this vintage glass crystal necklace. How gorgeous is that? Look at that medallion. Isn't that just so very pretty? I love this piece so much. Let me give you a really good close-up of that medallion. Isn't that just stunning? This would be so very pretty out for an evening dinner, and look at the reflection on that glass. Isn't that pretty? This particular piece has one of the most interesting clasps that I've seen. It goes in sideways into the setting right here, the bezel setting right here. So there it is on. Isn't that just so pretty? This is such a neat cabochon setting with this. It's so gorgeous. This is costume jewelry, silver tone with glass crystal beading. Isn't that just so pretty? I love this piece so much. Very, very vintage. And again, it has the most interesting clasp. So here's the clasp right here, and it goes in the side and kind of angles down. So you have a very, very clean look throughout this necklace. In other words, you're not going to have a clasp in the back. It clasps right into that cabochon setting. Isn't that just so very pretty? I love this piece. Next up, we have just the most beautiful stone long bead necklace. Look at that. I am not sure what those stones are. I think it's probably a form of jasper. But look at those beads. Aren't those interesting? I think this is just so very fun. And one thing, every single bead is a different colorway. Isn't that pretty? Has sterling fittings, shepherd's hook in the back right here. Let me go ahead and try it on for you. And here it is. Isn't that pretty? This is such a beautiful necklace with just really, really soft muted colors. It's all gray and white toned with that silver fitting in the back. I love this piece. And one thing I want to point out is one of the beads here is silver toned. I don't know if that bead is sterling or if it's just silver toned, but it gives it a really great look because the rest of the beads are stone, and then with that one silver bead that's off center a little bit, I think it's just a great statement. Love this one. I love them all. I really would like to keep them all, but oh my gosh, how much jewelry can one girl have? Next up is this gorgeous sterling and Marcasite pin. It's a hummingbird. How pretty is that? This is very, very vintage. So here it is against a black background. Isn't that pretty? I really love this pin. It's in excellent condition. It's aged very well. So again, sterling and Marcasite hummingbird pen, very vintage. So sweet. Next up, we have another beautiful necklace. This is Jadeite and glass crystal beads. Isn't that pretty? I really, really love this piece. Look at those beads down the sides of the necklace, and then this beautiful drop here. Here it is on. Isn't that pretty? That jadeite is just gorgeous. And then the crystal beads really adds to it. It has an older C-ring clasp on it, the longer ones. It was like the beginning of the lobster clasp before they actually perfected the lobster clasp. Sterling silver fittings on this one, and then with the jadeite drop and the accents here, and then the crystal beads. Such a pretty piece. Next up, we have a really interesting ring. Isn't that pretty? This is a band with that detail there. This is sterling with a gold wash over it. Isn't that pretty? And it's cut around the edges, and then it has a texture in the middle. Let me take it off for you. It's probably about a size 7. I'll have it listed on the website, the exact size. But isn't that gorgeous? It's in terrific shape. Really, really beautiful ring. Now, let me show you how it looks on. I love it. I have a place in my heart for wide bands. I just think they're so very, very pretty. Next up, I have a pair of silver hoop earrings. These are sterling. Aren't those pretty? Here's the other one. So they have latch back right here, all sterling. I actually haven't worn these yet, which I'm so surprised at because I really, really, really do love them. So here they are together. They're wide, but the good thing is they're not really heavy. They're very substantial in that they are bigger than you would expect, but they're not heavy. So they're going to be very, very comfortable to wear. They're in excellent condition. I don't even know if they've hardly been worn. So here they are again. Sterling silver, beautiful hoops. Has some decorative elements along the main part of the earring. Aren't those pretty? This next piece is so beautiful. This is a sterling silver multi-chain bracelet. So here's the bracelet right here. Isn't that pretty? Let me see how many chains. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. It looks like there's 10 chains across, and then it has a really great clasp. So it has a large, oversized C-ring clasp, and it goes into the fitting here at the other end. So here's how it looks on. Isn't that just so very pretty? I love this piece, and I love the statement that that large C-clasp makes. It really does add to the piece. And I'll have the sizing of this over on the website, so you can check out the sizing if you're interested. Here is the last necklace I have for you today. It's not the last piece, but it's the last necklace. Look at this Fetish necklace. Isn't that just gorgeous? This is turquoise and semi-precious stones and shells. It's just so very pretty. These look so great with a casual outfit like jeans and a sweater and maybe a vest or a jacket over it. This just adds such a beautiful touch to the outfit. Simple to throw on, multicolored, goes with almost everything. I love this piece. So here is the full length of the necklace, and I'll have the length on the website. But look at that. It is just so very pretty. I love all the stones. So it has a shepherd's hook in the back, and here it is on. Can you guys see all of it? I know it's a little bit long. So it's hitting like mid-chest on me. Isn't that pretty? I love these because these will take just an average outfit and just elevate it by putting on this necklace. It just adds a little bit of that artistic flair and just makes everything look a little bit more put together. So again, this is turquoise and stone and shell and mother of pearl. Just a beautiful collection on this Fetish necklace. Isn't that pretty? That's really a good one. This bracelet is so very gorgeous. This is sterling silver, and Marcasite. Isn't that pretty? So here it is on. Look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? This is very, very vintage. This is a high-end bracelet with that design. Let me give you a close-up of it. It is so pretty in person. So here's a close-up of the design on that bracelet. Isn't that just gorgeous? So it's those links with the Marcasite, and here you can see the fitting. This is all sterling. This is really, really a beautiful bracelet. Isn't that fun? It is very, very elegant. And the sparkle on this, in person, it's just so very, very pretty. So sterling silver and Marcasite bracelet, very vintage, in excellent condition, has a safety clasp, still intact right there. So just a really, really pretty piece. If you guys could see how this sparkles in person, you'd be impressed. It's really pretty. And then the last piece, I picked this up at an estate sale. This is a very vintage porcelain brooch. Isn't that pretty? And it's in excellent condition. I don't even know if this has been worn. So it has a pink rose and then a violet flower with some leaf detail there, and then the gold around it. This is not fine jewelry, this is costume, but it's beautiful porcelain. And then here on the back has a C-ring clasp. It's just in excellent, excellent condition. So it would fit something right there. Isn't that pretty? This is one of the pieces that people will comment on because it's so unique. And that vintage style is really, really great. Well, that's my jewelry haul for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly. Everything that you saw today will be available in my online shop at StudioKimberly.com. I'll have that listed in the description box down below. I will be back next week with another jewelry haul. Make it a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye now.